Hey, what's up, guys? Eyes open in California here. So today is Sunday, September 14th, 2025. So I made a few videos here in the past about parasites in the body and how to detoxify the body and how to cleanse your body from parasites. So I wanted to make this video um, as like an update or a follow-up, if you will. So I went down this rabbit hole of parasites in the body. And what sent me down this path was I had watched some videos about ivermectin and fenbendazole, and people were saying that it was, it's an anti-parasitic, but it actually cured their cancer. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. So I went down the rabbit hole. I got curious, and I had time on my hands while I drive at night. So I went down the rabbit hole of parasites in the body and come to the conclusion that based on the things that I've seen and based on what physicians are talking about, like actual literal medical doctors, they have concluded that almost every illness in the human body is a result of a parasite. That people are just treating symptoms of a parasitic infestation. That if you treat the parasites, then you get rid of the symptoms for good. So I started going down this rabbit hole. I had ordered some ivermectin and fenbendazole or whatever. And it arrived, and I was getting ready to start a regiment of it. But then I thought for a second, you know what? Hold on a second. The human body doesn't get sick because it lacks pharmaceuticals in it. It gets sick because it lacks certain vitamins and minerals, or whatever. So I prayed about it, and I asked God. I said, "Hey, I'm interested in doing a parasite cleanse in my body. And if there's a natural way for me to go about doing this, I was wondering, if you could show me. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray, amen." That's basically how my prayer went. And I went to sleep. And I had a dream. And in this dream, the screen was black. And I've already spoken about this. I'm just going to go ahead and recap. In the dream, the screen was black, and all I could do was smell. It was the only sense that I had in this dream was the sense of smell. And I could smell pineapples and onions like distinctly. I distinctly knew I was smelling pineapples and onions. It was almost as if like my nose was in a bowl of chopped pineapples and onions. So when I woke up, of course, I went down to the store and I bought pineapples and onions. I chopped it up, and of course I put hot sauce and fresh squeezed lemon and salt, sea salt on it, Celtic sea salt, and I ate it. And I was like, it's not bad. It actually had a very smooth flavor together. It tasted a lot better than you would imagine. Kind of tastes like mango salsa. In fact, I guess it is mango salsa or pineapple salsa. But anyways, so I did that. I had like two bowls the first day and then a bowl the second day and like a bowl the third day or something of this nature. But I did this for 3 days. And let me tell you, it was not pretty. It works. So anyways, as I was going down this rabbit hole of parasites in the body, um, the consensus of all the people that were on this topic was that the consensus was that you have to do multiple rounds, like you have to have multiple incursions of a parasitic detox in order to get rid of them, because you kill the first bunch and they lay eggs, and then those eggs hatch, and if you don't come back and do a parasitic cleanse, those eggs become the next infestation. So you do a parasitic cleanse, right, to kill the parasites that are alive, and they lay eggs. Then those eggs start to hatch a few days later. You do another parasite cleanse to kill those, and then those ones try to lay eggs. And then a few weeks later, you try to do another parasite cleanse and you kill those. And little by little by little by little by little, you start reducing the herd. You start thinning out the amount of parasites in your body until eventually you're never going to be completely free of them, but they're going to be at a certain point to where your body can actually manage the parasites that are living in it. Because it's a natural thing. Everything has parasites living in it. It's just, is it at such a level that your immune system can stay on top of it, or has it surpassed the capability of your immune system, and now your body needs your help to start chopping those numbers down so your body can start um, managing a little bit better, right? So as I've been going down this rabbit hole for quite a while. I know that it takes multiple rounds um, of a parasitic cleanse to get rid of them, right? So then I stumble upon this video, and in this video, it blew the lid off of this for me. There was a doctor, um, there was a female doctor, and she somehow had some kind of degree or something about parasites. Um, she was like a parasitic specialist about something or another. For whatever reason, that subject, when she was going through school, really caught her attention. So now she's a doctor. She's doing autopsies or whatever, but she has a background in in parasites in the human bodies, like specifically. So she's doing autopsies, right? And I wish I could find this video. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description box and in the comments. So she's doing autopsies, and she's like, yeah, she's doing these autopsies, and she's like, huh, that's weird. Not everybody has this parasite in their pancreas and in other organs. Like this particular example, she was like, not everybody has this parasite in their pancreas, but 100% of the people that have this parasite in their pancreas are type 2 diabetic. She noticed the pattern. She said, huh, like not everybody has this parasite in their pancreas, but everybody who has the parasite in their pancreas are type 2 diabetic. Therefore, she concluded that that fluke worm in the pancreas is what is causing the malfunction of the pancreas because it's being eaten. It's being eaten by something, and that something is pooping in it, poisoning it. And she said this has to be one of the reasons why the pancreas isn't functioning correctly because the fluke worms are eating it. And she noticed this about other things too, like people with heart disease. Um, she she was noticing that these diseases were linked to the fluke worms in a particular corresponding organ. So she concluded that the disease itself is the side effect of a parasitic infestation, which I thought was interesting. And then she went on further to conclude that juicing celery is basically like an atomic bomb against fluke worms. They just can't stand it, I guess, and they just die. Which I don't blame them. Celery is freaking awful. Like, ugh. People put celery in like potato salad. It's like, oh, why would you do that? Or they put celery in like that pasta salad or noodle salad, whatever it's called, macaroni salad. You're like, oh man, oh dude, you just ruined it. But but anyways, I hate celery. I don't like it. I don't like it in soup. I don't like it in anything. I used to like it with peanut butter, but now that I'm getting older, I can't even eat peanuts anymore. My body don't like it. Um, so I stay away from celery. I don't like it. Tastes weird. Well, evidently, celery is it's like a nuclear weapon for fluke worms. So, having learned of this new information, I decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take what God showed me, the pineapples and onions, and I'm gonna juice those in conjunction with celery. So that's what I did. And me and Hoyt drank that juiced cocktail. And I also juiced beets because beet juice is good for your blood. So I'm like, while I'm detoxing the body, I may as well like help my kidneys and all this stuff out. And I'll juice some beets and I'll clean the blood up too. So anyways, that's what we did. We drank. It was concentrated, nothing diluted. It was all concentrated. Beets, pineapple, onion, and celery. Now we did this like probably like 3 weeks ago. So we drank. How many cups did we drink of this? I think we drank like 2 cups of this. And the cup is not an 8-ounce cup. This is I'll grab it. It's just this little cheapy. It's just this little cheapy cup from freaking Walmart. So it's a 24-ounce cup. And we drank two of these of that celery, beet, pineapple, and onion concentrate, or the not concentrate, juiced. We drank 2 cups of it, and it took about 4 hours. Took about 4 hours, and then the detoxification process had begun. Yeah, I'm telling you, it took 4 hours for that juice to work its way through the body and do whatever it is I had to do. But let me tell you, um, something different definitely happened. There was a there was a different kind of thing happening with this juice. Um, I don't really mean to be too graphic, but if I don't tell you this, who's going to tell you? I mean, like I could be politically correct and say this. I'm just going to tell you, it literally smelled like something was dead, and that something, it was the parasites. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it was the grossest, and I have to tell you, somebody's got to warn you. You gotta be by a toilet when you do this. You gotta listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You gotta be by a toilet when you do this. But it was horrific. It was horrendous. There's not a word in the English language to describe the things that happened in that bathroom. I am telling you. But something did happen. And that was like the worst smell ever. You ever had stomach flu? They call it stomach flu. I don't really know exactly what it is. But it comes with like the most putridest, grossest, most disgusting kind of like smell there is. That's what was happening. And I don't mean to be too graphic, but I have to tell you, something different happened. We had already detoxed ourselves with onion and pineapple. But the minute we added that celery, something happened. It was totally gross. Okay, so that was a couple weeks ago, right? So yesterday, because remember I told you when you do a parasitic detox, you have to do multiple rounds of it. Right? You kill the first wave, they have eggs, eggs hatch, you kill that next one, and you're slowly thinning those numbers out, right? So me and Hoyt were on this, and we're like, hey, you know what? Let's do this again. Now we started this next round for a different reason, and I'll get to that afterwards. But it ended up putting us on this path to do it again anyways. So yesterday, again, I juiced the exact same thing. I juiced pineapple, onions, beets, and celery. Except this time I added strawberry to make it taste better. And I added strawberry. We juiced all of these yesterday. And we drank not 2, but 3 cups like this yesterday. We drank 50% more than we drank last time. And we waited and we waited and we waited and we waited. Hours went by and hours went by and hours went by. First, we drank 1 cup, waited an hour, drank another cup, waited an hour, then drank another cup, and then waited for the process of elimination to begin. But it never happened. It didn't happen. We watched a movie Cell. I got an email from a gentleman. Yeah, let me check my emails real quick. I'll tell you what his name is. I got an email from brother Jeff, and Jeff recommended that Hoyt and I watch the movie Cell, which we had never seen that movie before. And I tell you what, it was a trippy movie. But we watched that whole movie, and Jeff, thank you for that recommendation. We watched the whole movie, and nothing ever happened. We drank 3 24-ounce, filled to the top cups of that juice, and nothing happened. And I just want to remind you that a couple weeks before this, we did just about the exact same recipe, and it yielded what it yielded. Uh, and this time, nothing. Nothing happened. There was no adverse reaction, nothing. Just everything normal. Even today, completely normal. So now it leads, I can only draw this conclusion based on what happened. I can only conclude that I killed them all. The the parasites that are in my body, I must be parasite free, or 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 the levels is very minute because there was no adverse reaction to taking a super mega dose of that juiced cocktail. So because we did that yesterday and nothing happened, and nothing happened today, I have to conclude that I believe that Hoyt and I have have properly managed or managed a successful um, parasite cleanse in the human body. We didn't use any binders or anything of this nature. Even though yesterday I ordered some binders on Amazon and I ordered another body detox thing that has like black walnut hull, wormwood, clove, and some other stuff. Because I'm serious about this body detox thing. And here's the reason why. I'm 46 years old. And this is about the age where people start getting these early diagnoses of cancer in their body. And based on some of the research, a lot of people are linking cancer as they're saying that it's a side effect to a parasitic infestation. And when you resolve the parasitic infestation, the cancer just goes away on its own. So it's like a win-win situation. So anyways, that's that's what we just got done doing. And I'm actually in awe. I'm in shock that 3 glasses, 72 ounces of juiced pineapple, onion, and beets, strawberry, and celery, 72 ounces of this did not create a horrible reaction. That means something. It means that there was nothing that it was killing, or it was very minute. So, anyways, I told you that we did this cleanse yesterday, but we didn't start it because of to do a parasitic cleanse. We started it for a different reason. So now I want to tell you about the different reason. So as I was researching about celery, juiced celery, and its health benefits, come to find out that people, oh no, what are you doing? This thing is just, oh no, it's doing it again. My computer's going haywire. Come to find out that celery juice also supposedly dissolves kidney stones. And I've had kidney stones twice, and I can tell you, the second time I had kidney stones, I had a thing in my kidney rupture, and I almost died. So there's that. But I didn't die, so anyways, that's good. But my brother told me that his kidneys were acting up and his lower back was hurting real bad, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. I'm like, oh no. So I went to the store yesterday and I bought all kinds of ingredients to do the detox. And I juiced everything up and I ran, he lives like 11 miles away from here. So I ran it over to him and I gave him everything that he needed. And I told him, I said, not only is this juice completely anti-parasitic, going to kill the parasites in your body, but the celery juice is going to dissolve your kidney stones. Or I told him in the reverse order. The celery is going to dissolve his kidney stones, but a side effect of it is it's going to get rid of all the parasites in your body. And so because it's anti-parasitic, I also juiced pineapples and onions to accelerate the kill of the anti-parasitic cocktail. So anyways, he drank that yesterday. Um, and this morning he texted me and he was like, "Hey, Rich." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "My kidneys don't hurt." I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, there's nothing, no pain, like whatsoever. He's fine." And yesterday, he was in such excruciating pain that when he was walking down the stairs, he could feel his kidneys. If you've never had kidney stones, you're lucky because it's awful. There's no escape from that pain. It's like sonar, boom, boom, just pinging all of your pain receptors in your body. It is awful. Um, So, anyways, he woke up this morning and says he feels fine. So that celery juice dissolved his kidney stones. So that's another benefit to it. So, anyways, I want to bring this video to a close. We're at what, 20 minutes? Okay, so I'm gonna bring this video to a close. If you suffer from your constant state of sickness, if you're always just constantly sick, you don't know why, you always feel no energy, you're always like sensitive to food, you can't go prolonged periods of time without food, like fasting adversely affects you to the point where like you're gonna fall over and die or pass out. There's a very high probability that you have a parasitic infection or infestation going on in your body. Now, this is just based on everything. It's not medical advice. I'm just telling you from the research that I've seen, this is what's going on. I would highly encourage anybody to go the natural method. Um, Pineapple, juiced pineapple, onion, and celery. And you're gonna and I would encourage multiple rounds of this, maybe like every 2 weeks, run this back. It ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt you none. I mean, unless you're allergic to it. If you're allergic to it, don't do it. Here's my common sense disclaimer. If you are allergic to pineapple, onions, and celery, don't juice pineapple, onions, and celery. But if you're not allergic to it, give it a shot. Get a juicer and juice it and see what happens. The first time I did the pineapple and onion, it was horrific. I did it for 3 days. And on day three was when was when it materialized. Anyways, it took 3 days, but on day three it was not pretty. So then I added the juiced onion and pineapple. I did that a few weeks later as round two, and that also was not pretty, but that was kind of immediate. That one kind of like it only took a few hours, and it was immediate. There's something going on. And then I added the celery to it a few weeks after that, and that was definitely not pretty. And here this time, we did it with the same thing, pineapple, onion, celery, but this time with beets and strawberry. And it was it was like normal. So leads me to believe that I think I finally won the war of parasites in my body for now. And Hoyt reports the exact same thing. I'm 46, he's 20. So I mean, if the age difference, if you're curious about it, he was experiencing exactly the same thing I was experiencing, and then this last round, he experienced the same lack of reaction as I did, which was cool. It means that it worked. Um, so I hope this information blesses you. I'm going to bring this video to a close. So if you are sickly, if you cannot fast, if you whatever, if you have diabetes, I'm not trying to diagnose you or whatever or give you a cure. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? Juice some celery and see what happens. And add that with onion and pineapple. And get ready. Make sure you do this on your day off. I'm telling you right now. I need you to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. You need to do this on your day off. You don't want to be caught slipping at work. I'm trying to tell you. You don't want to be that guy. You want or that woman. You don't want to be known as that person. But anyways, I'll bring this video to a close. I know I'm kind of like making light of it, but it's very serious. It's very serious. Parasites in the body wreak havoc on your body. They're eating you from the inside, and their poop. And I don't know if they pee or not. Maybe it's like a poop pee combo. That's making you sick. It's getting in your bloodstream. It's making you sick. So get control of your health, kill those parasites, and do multiple rounds of it. It ain't gonna cost you very much. It doesn't cost very much at all to do it. People can do the pharmaceutical way or whatever, whatever floats your boat, but try the natural way. So anyways, this is Eyes Open in California. Thank you. God bless you.